Hey, welcome back. My name is Sushant Satish, and I'm your trainer for this AZ-500 Azure Security Engineer Certification course. In this video, we're going to talk about Azure Key Vault. Let's have a high-level look at the things what we are going to learn in this video. We will start with understanding what are Azure Key Vault features, then how can you access Azure Key Vault, some of the examples on how you can use the Azure Key Vault, and we will understand about certificates and how can you manage the keys within the Key Vault, and we will learn about some of the concepts called Key Vault secrets and rotation as well. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So what is Azure Key Vault? Azure Key Vault helps safeguard cryptographic keys and secrets that cloud applications and services use. Key Vault streamlines a key management process and enables you to maintain control of keys that access and encrypt your data. Developers can create keys for development and testing in minutes and then migrate them to production keys. Security administrators can grant and revoke permission to keys as needed. You can use Key Vault to create multiple secure containers called vaults. Vaults help reduce the chances of accidental loss of security information by centralizing application secret storage. Key vaults also control and log the access to anything stored in them. So let's have a look at some of the issues Key Vault helping us resolve. The first one is secrets management. You can use Azure Key Vault to securely store and tightly control access to tokens, passwords, certificates, API keys, and other secrets. The second issue Key Vault trying to resolve is key management. You can use Key Vault as a key management solution, making it easier to create and control the encryption keys used to encrypt your data. The third one is certificate management. Azure Key Vault is also a service that lets you easily provision, manage, and deploy public and private SSL TLS certificates for use with Azure and your internal connected resources. And the fourth issue Azure Key Vault trying to resolve is ability to store secrets backed by hardware key modules or HSMs. The secrets and keys can be protected either by softwares or HSMs or hardware security modules. Let's look at Key Vault access. Access to Key Vault is controlled through two interfaces, the management plane and the data plane. The management plane is where you manage Key Vault itself. Operations in this plane include creating and deleting key vaults, retrieving Key Vault properties, and updating access policies. The data plane is where you work with the data stored in a Key Vault. You can add, delete, and modify key secrets and certificates from here. To access Key Vault in either plane, all users or applications must have proper authentication and authorization. Authentication establishes the identity of the caller, and authorization determines which operations the caller can execute. Both planes use Azure AD for authentication. For authorization, the management plane uses RBAC and the data plane uses Key Vault access policy. So let me show you how you can access Key Vault. So I'm on my Azure portal. Go to all services and type Azure Key Vault and create a new Key Vault. So when you create a Key Vault in Azure subscription, it automatically associated with Azure AD tenant of the subscription. All callers in both planes must register in this tenant and authenticate to access the Key Vault. So let me create my first Key Vault. I'm going to create a new resource group, provide a Key Vault name, pick a region, pricing tier. We have two options, standard and premium. The main difference between standard and premium is that premium support HSM protected keys. So I'm going to pick standard. By default, soft delete is enabled. You can define the number of days you want to retain the data. You can either click review create or you can go to access policies as well. You can create additional access policies by clicking on add and create from a template as well. Additionally, you can configure the network settings to allow access to public endpoints, or do you want to restrict to a private endpoint, etc. And click on review create. After the validation is passed, you can click on create. So you get a notification which states that what is happening under Azure Resource Manager. Key Vault deployment fairly takes about 1 minute. So you would be able to provision your Key Vault super fast. So we talked about data plane and management plane. And this model of single mechanism for authentication for both planes have several benefits. So what are these benefits? Organizations can centrally control access to all Key Vault in their organization. If a user leaves, they instantly lose access to all Key Vaults in the organization. And organizations can customize authentication by using the option in Azure AD, such as to enable multi-factor authentication for added security. Let's look at a Key Vault example. In this example, we are developing an application that uses certificates for SSL, Azure Storage to store data, and RSA 20048-bit key for sign operations. Our application runs in Azure Virtual Machine or Virtual Machine scale set, and we can use a Key Vault to store the application secrets. We can store the bootstrap certificates that used by the application to authenticate with Azure AD. We need to access the following stored keys and secrets. So SSL certificate is used for SSL, storage key is used to access the storage account, RSA is used to sign operations, and bootstrap certificate is used to authenticate with Azure AD. So we need to define following roles to specify who manage, deploy, and audit the application. So the security team is the IT staff from your office of the CSO. Developers and operators are the staff who develop the application and deploy it in the Azure. And auditors is for contributors who aren't members of the development and general IT staff. So what do? They basically review the use of maintenance of certificates, keys, secrets to ensure compliance with security standards. So security team create the Key Vault, turn on Key Vault login, add keys and secrets, create backup of keys for disaster recovery, and set Key Vault access policies to grant permission to users and application for specific operations. And they get access to role, the key, and secrets periodically. And the developers and operators get references from the security team for the bootstrap and SSL certificates, storage key, which is secret URI, and RSA key as well. And they develop and deploy the application to access keys and secrets programmatically. When a Key Vault certificate is created, it can be retrieved from the addressable secret with the private key in either PFX or PEM format. However, the policy used to create the certificates must indicate that the key is exportable. If the policy indicates non-exportable, then the private key isn't a part of the value when retrieved as a secret. Let's understand keys. Cryptographic keys in Key Vault are represented as JSON Web Key or JWK objects. There are two types of keys depending on how they are created. The first one is soft keys, a key processed in software by Key Vault but is encrypted at rest using system key that is in hardware security modules. Clients may import an existing RSA or EC key or request the Key Vault generate one. The second type is hard keys. Hard keys are the keys which is processed in HSM or hardware security module. These keys are protected in one of the Key Vault HSM security vaults. Clients may import an RSA or EC key in soft form or by exporting form to compatible HSM device. Clients may also request Key Vault to generate a key as well. So what are the key operations you can perform? Key Vault support many operations on key objects. The first one is create. Create allows a client to create a key in Key Vault. The value of the key is generated by Key Vault and stored and isn't released to the client. This allows a client to import an existing key to Key Vault. A symmetric key may be imported to Key Vault using a number or different packaging method within a JWK construct. Then we have update. This allows a client with sufficient permissions to modify the metadata associated with a key previously stored within the Key Vault. And then we have delete, which allows a client with sufficient permissions to delete key from the Key Vault. Then we have cryptographic operations as well. Once a key has been created in the Key Vault, you can either do sign in and verify, or key encryption and wrapping, or you can do encrypt and decrypt as well. Let's talk about customer managed keys. Once you have created your key vault and have populated it with keys and secrets, the next step is to set up the rotation strategy. The next step is to set up the rotation strategy for the values you store as key vault secrets. Secrets can be rotated in several ways. First one is as part of a manual process. Then you can rotate programmatically by using REST API calls or through an Azure automation script as well. You can enable this feature on any Azure Resource Manager storage account using the Azure portal, Azure PowerShell, Azure CLI, or the Microsoft Azure Storage Resource Provider API as well. Now let's understand Key Vault secrets. Key Vault provides secure storage for secrets such as passwords and database connection strings. So how can you access Key Vault secret? I'm on my Azure portal. Go to your Key Vault and right under settings, you can select secrets. From a developer perspective, Key Vault APIs accept and return secrets values as strings. Internally, Key Vault stores and manages secrets as sequence of octets with a maximum size of 25 KB. The Key Vault service doesn't provide semantics for secrets. It merely accepts the data, encrypts it, stores it, and returns a secret identifier. For highly sensitive data, clients should consider additional layer of protection for data. So you have an option to either create a manual entry or using a certificate as well. If you use manual, you have an ability to use a name value pair. Your name should be a unique one in the vault. Value can be any UTF-8 string, maximum of 25 KB in size. Then you can provide the activation date and activation expiry date as well. Once you have keys and secrets stored in the Key Vault, it is very important to think about a rotation strategy. There are several ways to rotate the values. You can either use a manual process, or you can use a programmatically used as API calls, or you can use Azure automation script as well. This example diagram shows how event grid and logic apps can be used to automate the process. So that concludes this lesson. In the next video, we're going to talk about application security. So I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care.